full-on dive comp. They want to add some layers here, man. Do they want to get some more damage, some more crowd control, so they can kind of threaten and engage and not be forced to only react to Geek?
What would be the choice if they wanted to go for that? What is this? A choke!
Whoa!
Wow.
Keyboy's feeling it.
That's a scary pick from Keyboy. But going for a Cho while you have a Faramis, you know, usually that wouldn't be the first hero that comes to mind. But I guess they're predicting that they wanna lock down the Valentina long enough, maybe, so that they won't be a counter Netherrealm. Or they're predicting that they wanna go for a pick-off, and then maybe, you know, when Geek wanna respond and save their comrade, then that's one way for Onic to force a team fight.
Sans has been quite brilliant on the Faramis against a Valentina before, though. He usually either forces the Valentina to go in for a different ultimate and then he shows himself, or something along those lines. But okay, Geek falling back to their roots here. The Florin will be picked up along with the Lapu Lapu, so the playmaking is there. There is some leeway for them, but
Oh!
what?
Let's go, let's
Lancelot!
go!
It's happening!
Finally, Kairi is back on the Assassins! Ladies
Finally.
and gentlemen, big announcement here.
Wow.
Geek went for it. Wait, do they have any lockdown?
They don't.
Valentina maybe, Baxia, but those are very short amounts of stun.
I mean, technically, Valentina can take the Way of Dragon.
Yes, that is true.
Technically. But even so, Lancelot still has his skill too to get out of it. Oh, I'm so hyped for this. We've been waiting a very, very long time.
That's crazy. How we were just talking about, oh wow, he is going to play fighters. The fighters is the way to go. Lancelot, baby!
Lineup rating though earlier favors Geek.
What about
That's still a bit
now?
accurate.
Oh, this is Geek? Well, we'll see. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. But man, this is a hyped match. We have waited so long to see this, but Kairi, the King of Assassins, is back on the Lancelot. Will it still be the same
to Mobile Legends
as we saw before, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to game number 2 in this best of 3 series. Can Onic go for a 2-0 clean sweep against their former brethren in M5?
And can they make the Lancelot work? It's a quantum charge Lancelot, by the way. Not sure if I've seen a lot of that. Loisky with the focusing mark. Still gonna be trying to be aggressive as much as possible. But against the mobility right now that Onic has, it's a terrifying situation, man. Keyboy, CW, and Kairi all are so elusive.
Yeah, and again, I don't know if you guys forgot or if you guys still remember, but every time he picks this Lancelot up, it just feels so special, you know? And against geekfam, if you remember, the buy and sell into the escape into killing Niall, I think, or Luke. And then MSC, obviously, the whole escape against Echo.
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty sure people still have goosebumps over it.
Oh!
CW actually gets out of that 3v1. In the early game, what can we expect from Geek? Because usually, again, right, Florin means no contest to objectives, but against a Lancelot, do you think they might go for it?
I feel like they might, especially because they do have the bravest fighter, right? And they can take away the Netherrealm and copy it for themselves. I think they have a good composition to contest it, but they have to beware of Onic making the move before the neutral objective is up and then going for a pick-off first.
They might be going for it now? Top lane already Okay, it looks like just getting to level 4 for Sans to facilitate their neutral objective take. Meanwhile, Keyboy also clearing in the mid, so quite conventional rotations for both of these teams. I would expect a little bit more aggression, honestly, from Geek against the Lancelot, but there's no punish whatsoever for Kairi.
Okay, he's looking for an angle here. Goes on to a boy. Way the dragon. Faramis ult already stolen with the Netherrealm. Now Kairi. Oh, what? Misses the red tree. It's Luke who steals it with the bravest fighter. There was no red tree from the side of geekfam. It was just a miss from Onic, and now a boy goes On the turret, Sans brings him back there. Kairi still on the orange buff, trying to take it away, but Ray can just retry it. He didn't use it earlier. Kairi stunned up and now taken down. First blood to Geekfam. Bloisky gets out, Lupi very low. Keyboy looking for a possible... Oh, Luke. Wait, hold up. One more shot, Luke! Oh, he cancels the the Dragon as well with the Bravest Fighter still intact with that. One last shot is all he needs. Luke is styling on Onic. Wow.
They're heavily punishing the audacity of Onic to bring out the Lancelot in front of the Kingslayers themselves. They might be aiming to make Onic pay. If you look at the emblems right now, 2 Wilderness Blessings for Geek. They want to be active. They want to be all around the map. And Luke with the Rupture Festival of Blood. He is out for blood. He wants to be aggressive. And Geek are very happy to oblige.
He is... There is attitude in Luke today. I mean, that aggression that he went under turret, went in for the last kill, was able to get it, and then he went in for the recalls. I don't know. If I was Onic, I wouldn't let that slide. I'm wondering if they can punish him for it. I mean, Geek right now still hold the gold lead, the economy lead, and they can definitely work over that as well.
Look at the stats earlier, 5 wins, 1 loss on that Lapu Lapu. But Sans, 4 wins, 1 loss. So both teams having great stats so far. Keyboy.
Yeah, Purify still ready for Chidera, and Keyboy does take it out. Now it's again Luke with that Bravest Fighter towards Kairi again. Ray's actually gonna go for the orange buff, takes it away from Kairi, and Kairi decides to recall this time. Lutpi actually secures it. Ray doesn't want to use the retribution here, knows that the turtle will be up and will be first onto it. Keyboy waiting for that way the dragon to come back in, and Kairi's walking back.
Luke just being completely oppressive here, bullying Kairi away, but now Ray goes in for Lutpi.
And Lutpi munches on him now, Phantom Execution again, he goes for it. This time he secures the turtle for the team. Lutpi though will be the sacrificial lamb, and Kairi will go to the mid lane to help clear this out.
Just like that, Kairi shows that the retribution is still there, guys. Don't worry about it. It's a slight hiccup. It's been a while, but now CW.
We engage on, Bloisky with a flicker too. Interesting one. Way the dragon bringing it back into turret range. Now Kairi, give it a puncture. Over to them now with a lot of damage, but again, no full follow-up. Geekfam play it well and just get a turret.
That's it. That's a trade-off. That's the macro that Geek are centralizing onto. But still, the gold hasn't shifted too much. 1,700 previously, 1.5. And if we take a look at the items here, actually, it looks like the Faramis opted to go for NOD first.
And it's an NOD before even anything like Enchanted Talisman or like Entrenchant. Ooh, now Sans though took us away.
Oh, good way the dragon to punish onto Luke into the Stampede too, and Kairi picks up his first kill of the game now. Lutpi wants to go for more. Munches on a boy. He still has the Purify. He's very, very low. Kai's looking for it. The initiation, and he fights the assassination. That's the Kairi we know. That's him again. A double kill for Kairi.
Ooh, 3-4-0 trade as well for Onic. Bringing the entire thing back. Kairi goes back in.
A Thorn Rose and a forced shield unity defensively. There you go. Had to shake the rust off.
And he is going to be able to take the purple buff away. A little bit of revenge there as he was given and taken. Well, his orange buff was taken away from him earlier on. And yeah, slowly he's coming back. The Kairi we used to know and love.
Well, the mid game is where the assassins shine. And look at this, Onic now taking full control. They're still not exactly winning when it comes to turrets. It's still even, but they've taken the mid turret, which means the jungles of Geekfam have just become that much more hostile. Look at the bottom side though, Solera.
Blazing the wet on the CW, using a whole lot of resources.
Keyboy
waiting behind in the battle mirror image, but Chidera still has a Purify. Now Kairi in the midst of it all, gonna be stunned up. And the boy actually steals out the Phantom Execution. Kairi with a puncture back and forth, and the Phantom Execution defensively. Lutpi in the pit. Chidera doing a whole lot of damage. Luke gets a 2-man stun, but Lutpi finds a good death to this. Welcome towards the sideline. That's going to be a steal from Kairi. Secures it. Lutpi loses his life. Chidera dealing damage. CW flickering out to safety. As Onic disengaged, but Sans won't be able to. It's one more shot, and Chidera on the Claude picks it up. CW is next. Gets wheeled down by Ray.
Kairi? Is he gonna go for it again?
Phantom Execution, Chidera with the Purify. Kairi back again, baits out the Bravest Fighter, now on the purple buff. Luke wants to go for the stun. But I think he has to retreat now, and he does.
All out action here from both teams.
Chaos.
But Onic somehow, Kairi on the Lancelot, man. Even though he's forced to use all of his spells in the beginning of that whole engagement, he just makes it happen.
Another execution to go for it. Jadera, though, wants to punish that window, but he can't. Kairi just jumps over with that puncture again.
Chidera has no Purify.
Another initiation onto Beloy. He tries to dodge into Thorn Rose, and he does get out of the sweet spot in the middle. And both teams still just playing it slow now.
Okay, Boy and Luke did rotate towards this top side. Keyboy is still waiting in the bush. Let's see if they pick something up here.
Trying to beat each other out. Seems like Ray will be trying to make the first move.
It's a 5-stack up top. Keyboy, 3-man. Way the dragon out to Jadera. He finds the perfect target with no Purify. And here's the assassin to come and play. That's his welcome to the back, finding one. And now that's him. Locked down. Jadera still somehow able to survive. And Kairi executes him in the back. Terrified. Low HP. Kairi looking for another angle to execute. Thorn Rose defensively. Luke P in the midst now. Going to fall.
Boy.
Found some execution out. Luke following through. And Onic having to retreat. It's a Geek trade. 1-for-1.
1-for-1, but bottom tower taken by CW, and he is farming up a storm right now. Chadera isn't really matching up. He's one level ahead already, CW, in that lane. So going for a bit of a split push play. You have to remember, man, Onic is doing this with a team composition that, on paper at least, doesn't look like it has a lot of synergy. And somehow it's still working out just fine. And these movements from Kairi that seem like he's just showing off right here, it's a bit of a mind game.
Oh my god. Goes for the assassination here, Kairi. Away the dragon from Keyboy. And it was a flicker from Luke to get the off angle to escape being picked off.
But remember, again, like back in the day, choosing a Lancelot, like when the assassins were still meta, choosing a Lancelot into the Valentina was a big problem. And when you get the Terrified procced, you can see and you can tell even in this particular game that Kairi does have problems with it. That's when he can't really go as aggressive as he wanted. As we take a look at the game facts about him by Gopay actually. This marks Lancelot's first appearance in MPL ID Season 13 after last being used by Nile when Geek faced Onic in the grand finals of MPL ID Season 12 CW.
Oh, good Netherrealm there. Barely saves him. P wants to go for a re-engage. This is 4v5. Ray entered the turret. Way the dragon, bringing it back again, but another round stolen away. Jadera on the back, just melting them down. Kairi looking for the escape. Now with a Thorn Rose, dodging over the stun, but still gets stunned anyways. Kai still though on the lance. You can never really say you've caught him, huh?
But that's still a 2-0 trade in favor of Geek.
Massive 2-0 trade when the Lord is up as well. But to say, if Kairi goes for these flashy plays, it's also putting an image in the back of your head. You never know if Kairi is going for an actual engage or just flexing his mechanics. And that seems to be something that geekfam are kind of still concerned about. But they have damage right now. And as long as a boy can keep getting the Netherrealm, they're getting a lot of value from this Valentina pick. The card control, like you're mentioning, the damage, but also the utility. He has a 1k gold advantage compared to Sans. And his spells are going to be off cooldown a lot faster due to the Enchanted Talisman and I believe the Inspire in his emblems. So Sans is going for a lot more immediate healing reduction and just Netherrealm. He's not going to be able to spam out the Ghost Bursters in a prolonged fight.
It's a new take on the Lancelot utility. War Axe into Brute Force into Endless. A new build here for the Lancelot in MPL.
Almost like a hybrid build earlier. Going for the second item, Brute Force Breastplate, which is why he was a bit more tanky whenever he was moving up earlier against Luke. But yeah, it gives you a good balance of movement speed. Actually, a lot of movement speed because the Endless Battle proc also gives you a percentage increase in your movement speed for a while. So he's going to be a very slippery Lancelot even when his cooldowns are down.
So here in the mid lane, they're clearing out real well. So far, Kairi again jumping in, Thorn Rose as well, just to add some poke. And geekfam will just capitalize on these waves, picking up another turret up top. It's a tier 2.
No inhibitors has been taken out just yet. But if we're talking about a boy and the fact that he's able to create miscalculations, especially if he uses the IMU on the Netherrealm, the same can be said about Beloyski. So Onic have a layer with the Netherrealm from the Veramis, but Geek kind of technically has two, and that's still an option that they can go for and they can utilize if they want to create miscalculations, especially against Kairi, who has committed onto this Lancelot.
I think so. They have a lot more ways to approach a fight. They can really kite back even. They do have quite a high mobility in their members, but that's where Kairi comes in and tries to dive all the way in the back line and really confuses Geek in the middle of a big fight. So even their positioning when they're moving around in the map needs to be calculated unless they want Kairi to just immediately find a route towards the back line.
62% real-time victory rate for Geek, and Lupi gets... Oh, he misses it as welcome, and Jadera capitalizes. Ray's on a killing spree. It's another massive win for Geek, and look at the timer for the Lord. It's going to be up very soon.
They need to buy some time, Onic here. Technically, they do have some split push potential coming through to buy a little bit more time. And if Geek want to, they can go for the blitz here. Ray is a level below of Kairi, however, so that is still something that they need to pay attention to.
Well, to see how they want to approach this. Geek for sure just takes control over the whole area, and they're letting Luke get a side angle right here. If Onic misses position, they're gonna get bursted down by a huge Bravest Fighter, but also a boy on that Valentina. Gonna be a free Lord. Geekfam has done it.
See, that Terrify is so nasty for the Lancelot. It's reliable, it's annoying, it's a problem.
Comes out fast is the problem mainly here. Because unlike other sources of crowd control that you can kind of play around, the animation is quick and the range is the area of effect. It's an AoE type spell. So it's going to be a lot harder for you to try and maybe dodge it by sidestepping or by dashing sideways. That's something that Kairi can't do. Now with the Lord though, can Geekfam go for an end?
Ooh, Ray very aggressively moving forward to try to give the Lord some space. Ray again as a front line right now. Thorn Rose in the back by Kairi, but it's only just a distraction for the rest of the team to deal with the Lord, but there are more mini waves coming in for Geekfam. Already with a 3,000 gold lead too. They dictate when to go in. Keyboy jumps in. Oh, he finds Beloitsky, but he does have the immortality, not the Netherrealm. Placed down, the boy does the same thing with the Netherrealm stolen away by the AMU. And Chadera again finds the kill. It's a shutdown onto Kairi by a boy. Onic are scrambling in their own base, and Geekfam are still 5 members strong. 2 base turrets taken down. Not only one more wave coming down, but it's a good stun over from the side of Geekfam towards Onic. It doesn't even need to be a wipeout for Geekfam to equalize the scoreboard.
Wow, man. Geekfam back with a vengeance. Demolishing the hopes and dreams of the Onic fans to see Kairi with his Lancelot highlight reel. It was denied.
We're going into game 3. Wow, yeah. I bet a lot of expectations. The hype was definitely there for Onic to win that. It's unfortunate. Maybe it just doesn't work anymore.
There were moments in that game where you can see the good old assassin meta. There's nostalgia as we were watching that game. But right now, we haven't seen it. It's not quite back just yet. Just like that, and now...